Toro Ryan just broke some huge news that Cedar Point might add the heartline roll back to Maverick, which has me thinking Intamin will have to retrack Maverick, which means Intamin and the new Six Flags will have to work together again, creating the perfect scenario for us coaster enthusiasts. You're going to learn my thoughts regarding the heartline roll on Maverick, and I'm also going to be sharing with you 5 Six Flags parks that would benefit the most from a major new Intamin coaster, and what type of coaster. What is going on, everybody? It's Theme Park Brandon here, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Now, this is crazy news out of Toro Ryan, and I love everything about it. And if you are not already checked out the video, please go do so. It's very informative, makes perfect sense as to why Cedar Point is going to have to think about retracking Maverick before Millennium Force, even though Maverick opened up in 2007 and Millie opened up in 2000. It's actually rather fascinating, so definitely go check that out if you already have not. Now, why this makes sense? Well, roller coasters obviously have a lot of wear and tear on them, and over time you have to either have the tough decision to retrack or to replace. Now, obviously, you're not going to spend the money on retracking a ride that's not very popular. And with Maverick being one of the most popular rides in the park, it makes perfect sense for them to think about retracking it opposed to removing it altogether. I never knew this, but apparently Maverick has never been repainted. That's crazy, and honestly, it still looks legit cool. I do not see a problem how it looks right now, but I could very well see them going in the next couple years. 2027 is Maverick's 20th anniversary, so that would make sense. I think Cedar Point gets the new coaster in 28, but then 27, if they did go this route, a great cheaper way to market a new ride is by replacing all the track that needs to be replaced, and by adding this heartline roll into the layout and incorporate it that way. Obviously, technology is better. We've seen on Velocicoaster, Area Force One, and a few other rides where you have these insane heartline rolls or barrel rolls, whatever you want to call them, right above the ground. It's legit. It's a fantastic inversion. If Maverick would get that, it would probably be the best ride in the park. It's already my second favorite behind Top Thrill 2, but I love it. I think it's a great idea. Six Flags needs Intamin more than Intamin needs Six Flags. I've said it in the past. These parks, you just can't always add B&Ms, Vekomas. You have to have different types of coaster manufacturers a part of your lineup, especially the bigger parks, right? Where you have the 10 plus coasters. You need a little bit more variety. So I hope that there's no more grudges going forward. That Six Flags knows that, let's face it, they've not done the merger the best way possible. And so they need to really kind of be more centered and think, okay, let's look at all the options, because clearly we need something that's going to help us get out of this rut that we're in to make these parks successful. And again, I think the full potential for Six Flags is by offering a lot of different unique rides and attractions. With the holidays coming up, I wanted to show you my gratitude for the support of my channel by offering you 20% off everything on themeparkbrandon.com. We're talking hoodies, posters, t-shirts, and more. Now through Black Friday, when you use the code TPB20, you will get 20% off. And since I love Maverick so much, I wanted to create a new t-shirt on themeparkbrandon.com, and I'm only going to sell 50 of these. They're limited edition, and it says "Making the Frontier Wilder, one heartline roll at a time." So if you're a fan of Maverick and you want this heartline roll to come, then go check out the shirt. Save 20% off now through Black Friday. And I just want to say thank you all so much for the support. It means the world to me. Now, let's get it really deep into this video and talk about which parks I think need Intamin the most and what type of coaster I think that would make the most sense for that park. Well, I'm going to go off the list of parks that I think will still be a part of the Six Flags chain in 5 years from now, even 3 years from now. I do not see them dumping a lot of money into the parks that I'm not going to list. So follow along, because I'm going to go through this quickly, because we have a lot of new coasters to talk about. But these are the parks that I think are definitely going to be safe. Six Flags Mexico, Great America Chicago, New England, Magic Mountain, Great Adventure, Great Escape, Over Georgia, Kings Island, Kings Dominion, Dorney Park, Knott's Berry Farm, Fiesta Texas, Over Texas, Canada's Wonderland, and Carowinds. Now I might have some of you nervous because I didn't say Cedar Point. I would just make sure that you're paying attention to the list. And of course, Cedar Point's obviously safe. Now, out of those 5 parks, I think Fiesta Texas could really benefit from a new Intamin coaster. They do not have an Intamin in their lineup, and with the rock quarry walls, knowing what Intamin can do, this might be a match in heaven. I would love to either see a crazy looking Intamin multi-launch coaster with a top hat and a couple inversions off of the rock quarry wall, or possibly a Intamin hyper coaster, or maybe even a mini hyper, because I don't think they can go over 200 feet. But even like a mini hyper, think like Conda over at Wallaby, Belgium. Like, that would be really a solid fit for this park. Great airtime. Probably the best ride in the park, obviously. The next one is Six Flags Over Georgia. And I think this park obviously could benefit from a Intamin multi-launch coaster. They just got Gold Rusher last year, which is an Intamin Ultra Surf launch coaster, but I'm talking a full major scaled multi-launch coaster with multiple inversions, etc. I think that is the best fit for Over Georgia. There's so many cool things that Intamin could do with this park, and I would love to see it. This would instantly become one of the best coasters in the Southeast when all said and done with. Maybe even have a vertical spike to it, you know, a reverse launch, something like that would be top tier for Over Georgia. Already a fantastic park this year. I'm excited for the future for sure. Then heading out west for Magic Mountain. Now, they already have tall coasters here. Goliath being their tallest. They need a Giga. We all know this. Now, whether they can build one or not due to the regulations and the coding for the earthquakes, who knows? But if they're able to get one, I think an Intamin Giga. Now, you might be thinking, well, they'll never do that because of Pantherian, I-305, Project 305, whatever. That ride's changed its name more than my channel has, by the way. Just saying. But having a major Intamin Giga coaster, more like Millennium Force at Magic Mountain, would just be legit great for that park. Intamin building something like Millennium Force 25, 26, 27 years later will be awesome. Couple overbank turns, more airtime focused, hopefully. Couple tunnels, a more graceful ride that's built around speed over the intensity, the speed and the height over the crazy, insane, transitions, etc. Now this next one is gonna please anyone who's a fan of Long Live the King, the King de Ka, the craziest Intamin launch coaster of our time. Yeah, I mean, that launch was insane. At least here in America. Great Adventure. I know they're getting the mock spinner launching coaster next year, but wouldn't a 200 plus foot tall Intamin vertical launch coaster just be beautiful for this park? 5, 6, 7, 8 inversions, launching straight up a giant tower, crazy awesome drops. Like, there's so many cool things that Intamin could do with this to make this ride really stand out, to really make it marketable. High capacity, reliable, comfortable trains. Like, yes, please, that would be just a great fit to fill a need that Great Adventure offers, that has. I think it's just that crazy launching coaster. I mean, flash vertical velocity, yes, it's a shuttle coaster though. Then the new mock coaster is a shuttle coaster, but something like that would be really cool for Great Adventure, in my opinion. And yes, you can check out this tee here on themeparkbrandon.com and get 20% off of it, as well as my poster, Long Live the King, as well. Now, the last park is going to make a lot of you guys extremely happy and feel satisfied, and that is Kings Island. Look, we all know Kings Island's next coaster is going to be a launch of some kind. We all know Kings Island's next coaster is going to feature inversions. It should just be from Intamin. I mean, come on now. Now, that Vekoma crazy looking launch coaster, it looks legit. If it's a mock rise launch coaster, that's great too. But there's something different about an Intamin multi-launch than a Vekoma and even a Premier, or even obviously a mock rides. Intamin just does things differently. It's just great. So I would love to see this be an Intamin multi-launch coaster, whether it's a vertical launch or a non-vertical launch. Filling that front of the park with this type of ride would just be a great move for Kings Island, and give the park a #1 coaster standout, because Kings Island's so good where not one coaster really outshines the next. You know, they have a top 5 that's always, you know, you ask anyone, what's your favorite ride at Kings Island? Banshee, Beast, Diamondback, Orion, Misty Timbers. You're going to get different answers every time. So, that's crazy. This is huge news out of El Toro Ryan. I definitely think there's a lot of truth to that. I think it very well could happen with the barrel or the heartline roll back on Maverick, which means retracking Maverick. Hopefully not by Zamperla, but by Intamin. So, what's your thoughts on this, and how are you feeling with this? Do you like this? And if you want to know the 7 parks that I'm really worried about when it comes to Six Flags, then check out the video at the bottom of your screen. With that being said, this is Theme Park Brandon. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.